In today's video, we see if over a decade of engineering is enough for you to beat the Stig. Porsche versus Porsche. This car came off the production line in 2010, a 997.2 911 turbo. 3.8 litres, 2 turbochargers, 500 horsepower, all-wheel drive, manual. This, along with the slightly more powerful Turbo S, were weapons grade back in the day, constantly fighting with the Nissan GTR. And this car, this very specific example, is owned by that guy over there. Come back to the present day and we have this puppy, the 992 Turbo S, the hypercar killer. 650 horsepower that acts like 1,000, 62 in 2.7 seconds, the modern performance car king. If we were to put Mr. Ben Collins into both cars, obviously the younger, fitter 992 is going to take the win. But what if we change things up a bit? What if we put the professional driver into the 13-year-old supercar and put a non-professional driver into the 992? What if today's video was sponsored by GoPro, hence why that guy is here? Nick Woodman is a bit of a legend. He is quite possibly the coolest man we've ever had on the DRIVETRIBE channel. Don't tell Ben I said that. Taking a break from a recent business trip to the UK, he stopped by to take on the Stig, and he's got a hell of a weapon at his disposal. While the camera crew rigged up the 911s with brand new GoPro Hero 12 Blacks, I grabbed CEO Nick for a chat. Everyone, welcome to the DRIVETRIBE YouTube channel, Nick Woodman, who's the CEO and founder of GoPro. Nick, good to have you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You get to take on the Stig today, that's pretty damn cool. Are you up for it?
I'm up for it. A little intimidated, yeah, but I'm up for it. So
you're supposed to be our amateur driver today, but you've done some racing. What motorsport have you done in the past?
I used to race open wheel, Pro Mazda, which is like F3 in the States.
Okay, that's pretty serious.
And that was a while ago, though. That was like 7 years ago.
Okay.
And but I love Porsches, and I've got a couple, and so I'm looking forward to this.
Okay. Have you driven a 992 yet?
I have, but only as a Porsche Cup car. I did a test.
Right.
Like,
okay.
So I did a test a month ago in a modern spec 992 Porsche Cup car at Road America 1 month ago. And that was my first time back in a race car in 7 years. So it was good timing. I guess it was prep for this.
You are saying things that are going to make Ben Collins very worried. I thought you were going to say, oh, I've done a Carrera hire car, a cup car.
Yeah.
That's a serious piece of kit.
It was amazing. And I was super intimidated for that, but it was pretty easy to drive given how much power it had, and just the modern technology has made these cars so much more accessible to most drivers.
Okay, well, it's great to have you here, and good luck with the laps.
Thanks, buddy.
Have a go.
Let's do this.
For filming today's track battle, the film crew are going to be using a bunch of these guys, the brand new GoPro Hero 12 Black. As ever, these things are built as tough as they get, perfect for environments like this racetrack. I reckon the 911s are going to be getting over 150 miles an hour down that back straight, and these things will cope with that without any issues. The Hero 12 Black is GoPro's new flagship product and should be perfect for filming every second of Ben and Nick's laps. Ben, how do you think these cars are going to compare? An amateur versus you in a 13-year-old car?
Well, it's home turf for me, so I know the lines around Thruxton really well, and I think that counts for a lot. So, you know, for someone who's not been here before, connecting all that up, be able to get this, carry the speed momentum through super high speed. I mean, up until they built ovals, this was the fastest track in Europe. So there's a lot of nuance to it. And I've still got carbon ceramic brakes, so on this car I'll be able to stop, lay down that power really well. But it's a modern car, and I'd be stupid to think that that performance isn't going to count. It's got 650 brake versus my 500.
Yeah, so where around Thruxton will this make up time?
The bit that's worrying me with that is that that car is stiffer. and so it will be able to hold itself up in the corners. But what I've noticed is that these older cars, they're a little bit easier to drive. The weight transfer is more intuitive. I've got manual gearbox, so I can be in exactly the right gear when I want to be in it. And so yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, I'm sure that's a faster car, but for getting to grips with it quickly, I think I'm all right in what I know.
I know I said amateur, but I mean, Nick's got podiums to his name, so I don't think this is going to be a walk in the park. It could be close.
I'm sure it will be, but he's got a lot to get to grips with. Thruxton is very fast, but also the surface is unusual. It's quite slippery, it overheats the tyres very quickly. So there's a lot to take in, and I think that'll be quite a hectic ride.
And you actually did a very similar thing on your own channel with an M4 CSL versus an E92 GTS. How did that, were those cars closer than you thought on the day?
Yeah, and the weird thing with that is that when you're driving them, I honestly didn't know which one was faster on the stopwatch until they showed me the times.
Right.
Because in your own little world, everything's in harmony. Yeah, the older car, it's got a bit less grip, but a bit less power, but it's less weight. And so that really comes together and you can make little mistakes and carry on. Whereas the M4 was really hectic. So it had more grip, had more power, but it was super edgy. And when you made a mistake, it really punished you and you kind of lost the whole corner.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that'll be the case with my old 997 and I'll hook it up.
Okay, well, we're nearly ready to go. Do what you need to do to prepare for this, and I'll see you with the stopwatch.
All right, boss.
Ben headed out for a few warm-up laps to gauge the track conditions before it was time to put his 997 to the test.
Ben Collins in 3, 2, 1, go!
Ben radioed in saying he was happy that he'd put in a solid lap in the 997, so the target was set. Nick got familiar with both the 992 and the Thruxton circuit on a few spirited warm-up laps before he stepped up to the plate with the Turbo S to see if he could take down Ben and his beloved Turbo.
That's kind of scary.
CEO Nick in 3, 2, 1, go! That car is so quick.
Jesus, that's a lot of power.
Just judging by that launch and some of the tyre squeal I've just heard, I think Nick is properly pushing this car. The 997 could be in some pretty serious danger here. Stiggy boy, be prepared. Here he comes. Oh my God, this is quick. Should that be a surprise? I'm not sure.
Drive Tribe. Anytime you guys want to drive, I'm your guy. Sick.
With Nick's time in the bag, Ben clearly felt a slight threat to his dignity, so asked if he could set a time in the 992 as well. Because we're best friends and I'm the nicest man Ben has ever met, I threw in the keys so he could go full stick.
Time to save your job, Ben. In 3, 2, 1, go! That is a man on a mission with 650 horsepower. Chatting with Nick after his laps, the way he was talking about how the car was moving, he was really pushing that car. I'm sure Ben's doing even better now, but Nick can drive. Can Ben be drivier? Ho, ho, ho. I can hear tires squeal. The man is moving. Oh my God, he's right up against the grass. That's a time.
Woohoo! What a ride, man. Geez, modern technology. That is crazy. Crazy! For a road car to have that much grip and power and performance. It's like driving a GT3 car, not a street car. My poor little 997. Completely blown away. Unbelievable. What a fantastic piece of engineering. These guys have knocked it out the park.
Nick, Ben, some cracking driving there. Let's get on with the times. So, Ben, in the 997, a 1:36.2, which seems quick.
That's
you don't
not
have a
bad.
gauge yet. That sounds quick.
That's quicker than I thought I'd have gone. I'm pretty pleased with that. So that's puts me in contention.
Nick, well done. You've beaten the Stig with a 1:31.3, 4.9 seconds quicker.
That's an unruly amount. That's nearly the lap record for this place. It's your first time here, yeah?
Yeah, but this car's got so much power. Like, I was lost out there, to be honest. I'd love to come back and have another crack at it where I actually know the track, but this car absolutely dropped my chest into my nethers. Yeah, the acceleration is mental.
That's an education though, because I mean, to look at, you can tell they look like both like 911s, both turbos, but that's a huge, huge difference.
A lot of fun.
But now, to keep your job,
Yeah.
let me unveil your 992 time. A 1:25.8. I reckon.
Yeah, that's humbling.
I'll take that.
I reckon that is a standing start lap record around here. I can't think of something on the timesheet that we've looked at that will beat this.
That's also quicker than I thought.
That's super quick. So what, that you've taken sort of 5 and a bit seconds off Nick, and that's 11 seconds quicker than your 997.
I cannot compute that. I mean, it's interesting. The 997 is way less busy around here, but this car, you can get yourself into trouble instantaneously at any moment on part of the track, even in 5th gear. It just has so much torque that when you just balance it, hit the gas, and parts of this track that have always been kind of dormant because there's such big wide spaces, you're suddenly like power sliding out in 5th gear. So I guess that's where it's at. But I'm amazed. It's a staggering difference in performance.
And a staggering difference in lap times. You went pro.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Well done, lads.
Geez, you had me worried there for a minute. When you read that timeout, I thought, okay, this is going to could be a problem. But it's been fantastic. I mean, it's amazing seeing what these things can do.
Cool. Well, Nick, you're welcome back anytime.
Thanks, that was
Thank
tons
you
of
very
fun.
much. Ben, you've just
Thanks,
about
mate.
saved your job. We'll see you next week, maybe.
I still work here. This is great.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, tell me what other matchups you would like to see. Maybe Ferrari versus Ferrari, McLaren versus McLaren, Beamer versus Beamer. Tell me in the comments below. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. I've been Mike, and don't forget to subscribe to DRIVETRIBE.